Hi everybody, Brian Davis here with Danny Davis on National Signing Day. This is always a big day. It's almost like unpacking some presents under the Christmas tree. Mixed reaction on what Texas landed today. Lots of interesting reactions. But Danny, give me the big picture. What did you sense coming out of Tom Herman's press conference today?
Yeah. If you're going to look on paper, this class is not going to excite a lot of people, especially coming out of last year, just kind of what Charlie Strong was able to do at the last minute with all those last-minute switches and last-minute announcements. Right. On paper, I think there's about 7 4-star recruits, and there weren't a lot of there's only one last-minute, I guess 2 announcements today on Wednesday that went the Longhorns' way. So not a lot of excitement, but they have they're going to be able to build some depth with this program. Maybe not starters right away, but down the road with proper development, this class could be something.
Yeah, I think it's really hard to look too much into this one class. I mean, Tom Herman has really hammered home that transitional classes end up kind of being busts as it is. So, I think it's going to be kind of hard to put too much stock in this. That being said, though, fans do see the team rankings, and they are going to see that this is going to be the lowest ranked recruiting class since these recruiting services began doing these rankings. Right? Anywhere from 26 to 32 based on your flavor of choice, be it Rivals, Scout, 24/7, or ESPN. So that doesn't seem good. Is that a big deal?
The question is, is it fair to judge Tom Herman based on a class? Should we judge him? He's only been here for a couple months, and he had to build relationships, which is always tough in recruiting. I mean, some of these recruits have known coaches for years and years and years, and he was able to retain 6 of the 7 Charlie Strong commits, and it's kind of just the nature of the beast. If he had signed 5-star recruits at the last minute, people would be praising him and
absolutely
willing to wash his car, do whatever they wanted for him, make a mistake dinner or whatever.
Right.
So I mean, that's just what happens. He's going to have a down class. People are going to criticize. If he had a great class, people will be happy. But in the end, if he starts winning, no one's going to care about what happened today.
Absolutely. I think this is the cumulative effect of 16 and 21. Real quick, Danny, who's the one guy that you like that you do like is going to make an impact?
I like Cade Brewer. He's one of the tight ends they signed. In his press conference today, he said that the tight end position was almost as complex as the quarterback in his offense. So Texas fans aren't used to seeing tight ends produce in this offense. So let's see what he kind of does. Reese Liato was also a signee. He's going to come in with Andrew Bex and the guys they have there. So we'll see what the Lake Travis product can do.
Give me Josh Rowland, only because Texas has no kicker, and the fact that Tom Herman simply went and got a kicker, I think, was really big, as opposed to Charlie Strong, who just figured, well, we'll just let the kicking situation figure itself out. So that was big there. He talked about facility improvements. The ball's already rolling on that front. There's going to be changes to academics. He talked about the staff being expanded. And Danny, this is really important. Let's hit on this real quick. He led off the press conference, sort of a preemptive strike, with a statement about Casey Horney, the Baylor assistant who was there for 9 years. This has sort of been a big deal, but Tom Herman said that basically he has been vetted. They also received a letter from Mack Rhodes saying that Casey Horney was not interviewed by Pepper Hamilton and that he was not a part of any of the situation at Baylor. Was that a good move on his part to come out swinging on that?
He had to say something. I mean, up to this point, I think he had addressed it once in a radio interview, but it's the first time he had talked to us about it. And it looks like they've crossed their T's and dotted their I's and done the things they needed to do. It was a dumb tweet by Casey Horney, but it seems like they're going to give him a second chance, give him every chance to succeed here, and we'll have to see going forward if he has learned from this, learned his lesson from this, just terrible situation.
Absolutely. 18 new Longhorns are inside Moncrief now going forward. Coming up next is spring football. If you can believe that, it'll be here before we know it. March 6th is the projected start date for that, and then mid-April will be the spring game. As always, you can find all of this on Hookem.com. Danny and I have tons of stuff along with Mike Craven, our recruiting writer. Be sure you check it all out. Again, that's at Hookem.com. Thanks a lot.